Hello YouTube, welcome back to First Impressions, and today I will be discussing Across the Universe by Beth Rivers, and I hope I pronounced her last name right. Okay, anyway, I'm here to discuss the first three chapters. If you ever seen my previous videos of First Impression, you might want to go back and check them out. Okay, so this book is YA, 389 pages, and so far so good. It's a sci-fi, and the cover alone catches your attention, as you can tell. You walk in the store and they're sitting there, you're going to pick this book up. The art on the cover is beautiful, and it's a reverse cover, so that really right there is like really to buy book. And now the first three chapters, it goes from Amy, and then it leaves Amy, it goes to Elder, and then it goes back to Amy. Now the first chapter, it gets into depth of Amy, her mother, and her father, and it's telling you that they have to be frozen for 301 years. But it really, they signed up for 300 years. But the people that is obligated to freeze them for this 300 years, Amy had overheard them say they was going to actually be frozen for 301 years. So it's, I have came to the conclusion that it's a sci-fi and it's a mystery, because someone is going to unplug Amy, and they have to figure out who did it and why. So Amy, the first chapter is Amy tells, agrees to go with her mother and father. And when she decides to go with her mother and father on this 301-year adventure of being frozen, physically being frozen in this chamber, she discovers herself. She discovers that she loved her mother and father more than what she actually thought she loved them. When she seen her mother come out of her clothes, step into this chamber, and Amy said it reminds you of a coffin, because they freeze you, they put this blue stuff in this IV, and it is put into your veins for your body to be frozen. They fill the chamber up with this ice. It is water, and then it just freezes all of a sudden. And then once everything is frozen, and then they have to put tubes down your throat for you to continue to breathe. They seal your eyes. And Amy see all this going on with her mother the first time. And she can tell her mother is in a lot of pain. So, there's tears shed. Her father's standing there looking. And so then once Amy realized all the pain that her mother is going through, she's like having second thoughts. But the love reversed that and have her to go forward with the process. So Amy, so once her mother is put into the chamber and put into a wall, they are physically put into a wall like you would be in a morgue. And that's how Amy, really describes it. The author describes it as being you're frozen, but you're still alive, and that's really scary. So her mother went through it, her father went through it, and she was the last one. And so that's mainly what it is. The author gets into depth, really deep into detail, and I really was feeling the pain that the mother was going through, and Amy, my heart went out to Amy because she was seeing this process done, firsthand. And I really just wanted her to like walk away because she had a choice, but she didn't. So that's chapter 1. Then chapter 2 go to Elder. Elder is 16 years old, and Elder is realizing now that the ship is called. He brings you into the ship. He gives you more details on exactly what this ship is like really about. So he, like I said, he's 16 years old. He's very bright young man. He is being trained by a guy named Eldest. He's an elder, and the guy is Eldest. And he's really and truly now realizing that is more to the ship than what he had been trained on. He discovered this door that is locked, and he goes into this door, and he's amazed what's behind it, what's in it, and so he gives you the reason why they call it Godspeed is the name of the ship. So he gives you all that details on that. That's chapter 2. And he really upset with Eldest because now he knows that he hasn't been fully trained. If something happened, how was he going to? Because he has to fulfill Eldest's shoes as the commander in charge. So he's really upset at this moment in chapter 2 about it. And then chapter 3, it goes back to Amy. Amy is physically frozen now. She is feeling the pain. She described it as a nightmare. She is going back to saying what happened to all the people that was on Earth because she have not been frozen for some years. And she's thinking, although she's physically frozen, like I say, she's mentally awoke. So she wakes up, she goes to sleep, she wakes up. She's doing this for years now. And she's, I should say, kind of like regretting it now, but she's not. She say, well, she can, she's gonna look forward to seeing her parents again. But she's on Earth, she will never ever see her parents again because of the situation of being frozen for years and years. They have to be frozen for, like I said, 300 years. So 300 years, nobody lived 300 years. So she's thinking, I would never see my parents again. So it's a good thing, but she is describing it as a nightmare. And before she left the Earth, she was I got the understanding that she was in love with this guy named Jason, and she's laying there wondering, if Jason's still alive. Did he ever get married? Did he have kids? And she wondered about her auntie and uncle and things like that. Then she dozes back off and she goes back to sleep. So it's really very interesting book. And if you're watching this and if you have read this book, if you don't mind, leave a comment and let me know your outtake on this book. And if you haven't read the book, tell me if you're interested or not, if you might pick up the book, or if you're in the process of reading it, or, however, leave a comment. And if you like the video, you can give me, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the don't like button, however you want to do it. Just all in for fun. It's nothing serious. It's just my opinion. But the first 3 chapters I do describe to you. I always said if I can get through the first 3 chapters of a book without being positive, then I should be able to make it through the whole book. But I find myself sometimes not able to get through some of the books, although I can get through 3 of the chapters. So I hope each and every one of y'all have a great day and a blessed one. And I will be back soon with a review on this book. You know how I do it. And I will talk to everyone later. Bye-bye.